What's going on, everyone? My name is Saad. I make 100K a month operating as a sales system agency owner. Now, a little disclaimer, 100K a month is not purely from building and selling sales systems or operating as a sales system agency owner. 10% of my revenue actually comes in from digital products such as Gumroad and also consulting that I do with a variety of 7 to 8 figure firms. So in this video, I'm going to walk you guys through an internal sales system that I use in my own agency called MyoProcess. I'm going to walk you guys through the entire process of the system end to end in Make.com. It's one of the easiest, most straightforward systems that you're going to see in your life. It literally took me like 30 minutes to build this system, and I had like an internal cost of like $400 at first, and I've managed to use this system and essentially make $15,000 in my first campaign when I was targeting recruitment. So I'm just going to walk you guys through essentially how the system works, all the platforms you're going to need. I'm going to pull back the curtain and I'm going to give you as much value as I can so you can understand how you can leverage AI and the real juice of automation to essentially print money. So if that's something you'd be interested in, stay tuned. All right, guys. So first of all, I'm going to walk you guys through what I essentially do. So I run an agency called MyoProcess, and it's basically I have a very clear value proposition, which is called we build hands-off growth systems for B2B leaders. So I'm essentially speaking to just B2B leaders, right? My services are all completely ad hoc, where someone comes in. Let me walk you guys through. So let's say a lead or a prospect comes in, and then they only have to basically pay a subscription, which is a upfront investment where they get basically 10 ideal clients in 30 days. So my job is to deliver them 10 ideal clients in 30 days, and they have to pay me about like $3,000 to $4,000 each month. If you guys can see, there's 3 pricing models. So we have the standard, and we have where they can commit on 3 months and save $2,000, which is the best one that I found the most profitable. And then there's like completely ad hoc systems where they essentially fill out a form, and then I build them like a system that is completely, ad hoc for their own entire business. So yeah, but you have to understand, guys, that it took me a long time to productize my service, because I see a lot of people on the internet, like they have this instant gratification. And like, you have to understand, like, if you're watching my channel and following my tutorials, this is not some get rich quick scheme. Like, you need to know your shit and you need to put on the work. And a lot of people have to understand that you should not compare someone's level 100 to your level 10, right? So do not try to compare yourself with me. Like, I had to go through going through the sales process, getting the sales goal, getting, my reps in, and interfering with as many potential prospects that I can, and essentially get in with lukewarm or people that would squint their eyes on me on sales calls because they didn't know who I was. So you have to go through it, guys. This is just how the game is, right? So yeah, now that I've managed to productize my service, it's pretty nice. All right, awesome. So now that we got this out of the way, let me walk you guys through the Instantly campaign that I had. So I think I ran this back in this is last 3 months. So I had like a reply rate of 41%, which is pretty insane. Keep in mind, this is not like 340 opportunities of actual closed deals. I've managed to close like 50 deals probably. So yeah, it resulted in me making well over like $500,000 in like 3 months, I believe. So yeah. So this was a campaign that I ran, but now you have to understand that I don't do outreach myself. I've completely changed my model, because you guys know I always talk about being a one-man agency in this channel. But yeah, I'm not. I have a couple SDRs and sales reps, and I have a couple VAs that handle the replies and basically do the entire outreach for myself, because I have devoted my time into other aspects such as consulting. Now I run a community where I teach people basically how to build these sort of systems and how to start a sales system agency and leverage AI going in 2025, because I believe it's the best business model. And I will be the one who's going to populate this, because we are leveraging automation to essentially connect clients with their ideal clients, other than building auto commenters or bullshit automation that automations that don't really drive any revenue. I'm gonna walk you guys through a little bit of background on how I got started, and then I'm gonna show you exactly the system. So first of all, who am I? So I bootstrapped my own agency, Maya Process, to $80,000 in 6 months, purely selling sales systems and cold outbound. I am the one who is populating the sales system agency model going in 2025. Well, because I am the creator of the system. My first niche actually that I targeted was recruitment. So I've managed to make like $15,000 in one campaign targeting this niche back then. And I've learned a lot, guys, during that time. Like I learned what works and what doesn't, how each industry speaks a different tone, uses a different lingo and keywords. For example, like recruitment companies typically are more used to a casual tone just because they are interfering with people every day and are constantly placing candidates. And B2B SaaS or like enterprise are typically more of a nerds. Like they're a bit reserved. So they are data driven and love receiving like, market insights in their emails and so on. So I've had great success because I stuck to one niche. Because most people like I talk to get stuck in what I call shiny niche syndrome. When in reality, the reason why people fail is they lack a term called stickability, for lack of better terms. So yeah, I need you guys to understand that in order for you to succeed in any business or in life in general, that you need to pick one thing, right? You need to pick one thing and stick to it. Like most people get caught up on instant gratification just because they are so used to social media and getting dopamine, those freaking crazy instant dopamine hits. When in reality, you need to implement something called long-term thinking, right? So if you guys read the letters to shareholders by Amazon, you'd understand that the reason why Jeff Bezos and Amazon were able to become $1 trillion company is because they essentially always implemented long-term thinking instead of instant profitability. So my goal with this channel is actually long-term growth rather than, short-term profitability. So yeah, I hope this makes sense. Okay, now that we talked about this, let me walk you guys through the system. So the system works this way. You only have to put a bunch of URLs of your ideal clients, and the system is gonna run automatically, finds the email addresses, finds the decision maker, and also is gonna personalize it at scale after we're gonna scrape the website page. Now, the prompts that I use to personalize the email is extremely tailored for a sales system agency, right? It's not like it took me a long time, guys, to craft this prompt. It took me a lot of prompt engineer. So, yeah, this prompt, everyone in my community is using it now currently, just because, like I said, it's tailored for a sales system agency and connecting our clients with their ideal clients. Awesome. So now let me show you the whimsical of the system. So essentially what we're doing, like I said, is we're inputting leads, websites, URLs, we're extracting the emails, we're finding the decision maker, we're scraping the website page, we're using an advanced AI personalization, and we reach out automatically. So we have a list of URLs. We're going to use an Apify details scraper. So this is the scraper that we're going to use, guys. So it's called Contacts Details Scraper. It's free. So just go ahead and use it. I have my blessing. And then, yeah, so we're going to use this. And then we're going to use Saad School's method, which is basically, if you want to find a decision maker, just Google it. And then we're going to make an HTTP request, right? Basically, and scrape the web page. And then we're going to retrieve all the data from there. And then we're going to create a highly personalized email, basically send thousands and thousands of emails at scale. So let me walk you guys through the system. So what we're doing here, so this is the first flow. We're running the contact details scraper flow automatically. And then once the scraper is going to end, we're going to retrieve all the data. So I'm just using an example here. So this is my website right here. And they essentially found my email, which is pretty funny. And as you guys can see, we're not using our email finder. So this scraper does everything. Like what it does is basically scrapes the website page for any email, right? That is found there. So, which is pretty nice. Like we don't need to pay for an email finder. We don't need to pay for anything really. The scraper is going to do everything, like 90% of the work. And then if the email is found, we have a filter. If email is found, right? And only if it's found, we're gonna scrape the, we're gonna find the decision maker. So it's going to be domain plus founder, and then we're gonna clean the HTML, and then we're gonna grab the decision maker, which is pretty funny. They found it. So CEO name Saad, and then we're structuring the data, as in making it more beautiful, so we can feed it in. And then we're scraping the website page. And then we're cleaning the HTML, and the results of the personalization is actually really scary. So let me read through this. So, hi Saad, I noticed that Myo Process excels at targeting prospects based on specific business pains rather than generic personas, which is a refreshing approach in the saturated lead gen market. So yeah, this is pretty scary. Like if I received this email, like I would know that a human actually wrote this. Are you currently exploring any new strategies to further refine this pain-based targeting to connect with even more niche dream clients? So yeah, like this GPT-4o is crazy. And then we're adding lead to instantly, essentially. So this prompt is specifically for people in my community, just because I respect them, and we have a bunch of drafted templates and AI personalization prompts just to save them like a bunch of time and make them a bunch of money when they want to use it in their own agency or like a client's project. So yeah, guys, so this is how the system works. I hope you found value in this video. The next video is going to be a system build, so rest assured, I'm gonna keep building systems in this channel and providing as much value as I can, just because I want you guys to win and crush it too. So yeah, thanks so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one.